Israeli forces continued their offensive inside Syria, which began following the collapse of Bashar al-Assad's regime last Sunday. Israel's new advances, according to reports, included the occupation of 9 Syrian towns in the Golan, where Israeli forces forced inhabitants to leave their homes and move deeper into Syria. Meanwhile, Israeli warplanes conducted at least 300 airstrikes on Syrian military positions, including air defenses, radars, missile positions and arms warehouses, according to the Israeli army. Israel also bombed the Syrian Public Scientific Research Center in the outskirts of Damascus. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Tuesday that Israel's intention is clear in preventing any danger coming from Syria, adding that, if the new regime in Syria allows Iran to return to Syria in reference to Iranian military advisors who had been present in Syria since 2012, then we will confront it. The UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric said that Israel's actions are a breach of the forces disengagement agreement signed between Syria and Israel in 1974, following the 1973 war. Dujarric said that the UN peacekeeping forces are present in 3 locations in the Golan, and that they will remain there. On Monday, the U.S. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said in a press briefing that Israel's invasion of Syrian territory was legitimate, because according to him, it aimed at preventing rebel groups from filling the vacuum created by the collapse of the Syrian army. Israeli leaders, however, indicated opposite intentions. On Sunday, Netanyahu released a video statement from the occupied Golan Heights, where he celebrated the collapse of Assad's regime, saying that it was a key piece of the Iranian alliance, adding that the occupied Syrian Golan will remain part of Israel for eternity. Israel occupied the Golan Heights in the 1967 war along with the West Bank, Gaza, and the Egyptian Sinai Desert. Israel's position was at the beginning that the occupation of these territories was temporary. The occupations of the West Bank, including East Jerusalem and Gaza, continue until today, 57 years later. In 1981, Israel illegally annexed the Golan Heights and the eastern part of Jerusalem, also occupied in 1967. Those moves in Syria come amid statements from Israeli officials indicating Israel's plans to announce the annexation of the West Bank. Meanwhile, Israel continues to forcibly drive Palestinians from the north of Gaza, amid calls by Israeli ministers and Knesset members to settle and annex the Gaza Strip as well.